Alright, so as you can see, like I previously mentioned, I have a brand new global account, and just to show that I am being 100% honest and truthful, you can see the first three characters is Teen Gojo, Toji, and then Teen Geto. I also have prior Geto, because this was an older account that I just happened to get him, but you can see no other like top good character like Hollow Purple, or Domain Megumi, or even Yuta. But another thing I want to mention, and what this video is actually going to be about, right, is the fact of cube priority. And so first of all, you can see I have 14,670 cubes, right? And you might be thinking, oh yeah, well, whatever, how much of that is paid? So we go over here to the gacha. Right up there, you can see there is not a single one of those is paid. They are all free, and you can see the amount. I mean, granted, I did get lucky with pulls, so that is also a major factor. Also, given the fact that you can see with the story mode, it is only chapter 8, episode 12, so I do have a lot more in that I want to do, right? So, but what I want to do is provide information for players so they understand how to properly save your cubes. Because for me, I would say, unlike all the other content creators, bigger content creators that, you know, they say to skip and then they inevitably pull, right? And I know that can lead people to decide, all right, well they pulled, I want to pull too. I stick by my word, and I only pull for characters that I think actually provide true value to your account. So we're going to go ahead and talk about why and how I go about accumulating so many cubes and saving. So initially, the first thing I do every new day that I log in, you go up there, you press the little plus sign next to the cubes, and the very first pack that's right here where the Hidden Inventory, PD Favorite Cube, and AP Pack, Stock 3, the $2.99 one, every day there is going to be a free 10 cubes every single day. So that's 10 cubes right there that you can accumulate. It might not seem like much, but over time it does actually add up. Next thing that we have to go to, that is obviously the daily, the normal, and the time limited stuff. And with this, you can consume a certain amount of AP, a certain amount of daily missions, and you get cubes from that daily. And then obviously, you have your story quests cubes. Now, if you have completed all the story quests, obviously you can't accumulate any more of that, right? But there's a bunch of other regular missions that you can still do and accomplish to get more cubes. Now, obviously, this isn't going to be 0 to 30,000 overnight, right? It's going to take time, but because of the fact that we're going to have a little bit of time before the domain expansion Gojo and Sukuna come out, this is the ideal opportunity to save your cubes, not pull anything, and move forward with that, right? Next up is time limited missions. Now, obviously, this is a little more different. You should be getting this stuff a lot sooner. This one, as you can see here, does not have the Discord, so I actually should be doing that. I'll do that after this is done. And then dispatches, all of that stuff. Next up is event missions. Now, I'm sure everybody is aware, but my personal favorites are these story events with the formidable battle and the exorcism token exchange, because of the fact if you are new and you don't necessarily know, you can actually get some pretty dang good rewards here. As you can see here is that when I reset the price pool for the 6th time, I'm going to get not only a free single pull and 200 exorcism pages, but 150 cubes. So I believe it goes up to, let's go ahead and jump over here, all prizes. So it goes up, I believe, to 6 or 7 maximum, and then that's it. That's all you can get. So it should be a free pull, or close to it. You can, judge my math off of that, right? But it should be good. Next up, if you have not done so, and I strongly urge people to do so, I actually have not done a whole lot on this account, mainly on my JP account, but let's take Junpei right here, right? So as you can see here, grade 1, level 1. So if I go to the grade and I scroll up to, let's say, grade 6, right? Now, I don't have a whole lot of resources, but for video purposes, I'm just going to do this. We're going to increase his grade to level 6. As you can see there, I have missions that I have completed. And depending on what grade threshold you get your character to, you get cubes just for that inherently, right? And then, on top of that, we go ahead and jump over to the character rank. We scroll down here for Junpei. And you can see here, I got 2 additional, or I have 40 cubes I get from that just because I increased his character rank to level 5. So, and one thing to note with that, you won't get the grades. Like, let's say you increase your SSR Junpei to 6, right? And then you do your SR Junpei to 6. You're just going to get the rewards once because it goes a collective of that singular character. Like on my JP account, I got all the Gojos, and I think his character rank is 40 at the moment. But in terms of grade level itself, you only get that once for that specific character. While also completing those missions, boom, you can see here is that I increased a grade of 5 characters to level 6, 10 cubes, and then I increased overall character rank to level 60. Again, different thresholds, you get cubes based off of that. So as you can see, over time, this is how you're going to accumulate more and more and more cubes. Another thing that I want to add is that while yes, you know, having a specific character and rec bit actually increases drops for this, one thing to note here is that right here, the green attribute exorcism tokens attained is by 5%. You don't need to have the newest character in order to get a good amount of exorcism tokens, right? Like for the Mechamaru Met on JP, I don't have Mechamaru because I just don't want to pull for the new character. So I'm using Hollow Purple as my main damage dealer while also having that type advantage and then having an additional 5%. And as you continue recycling everything, the event recollection bit will gradually increase in limit break, right? And as it does, it increases your drop potential. So these are ways to do story events while not having to spend cubes for characters. This is why it's important to build up your account from the ground up, from even the bad characters, or quote unquote bad characters, because you don't know when you're going to need those colors to help boost and increase your overall account viability and value, right? So plenty of ways to increase your account's value while not having to pull for new characters, so that, well, yes, for example, like me, but not necessarily more for my JP account because that's like set in stone, but once you get certain characters, your set start saving up cubes, because while yes, we don't have the pity system, it will be coming. And as you increase your cube count, particularly your free cube count, right? It's going to make pity system that much better,